Alrighty, y'all. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream, my friends. This is our second live stream of the day. We are doing some coverage here this evening. Hope everyone is doing good. It's good to have you guys here back for another round here of streaming. What's up, Tracy? Saying hi. What's up, Jeff? Saying hello, all. What's up, my friends? Hope you're doing good. Of course, welcome everybody else who is here, but just not chatting. It is good to have you guys here. So we have an active severe weather threat going on here. Let's hop over here to today's risk. We do have 3 areas that we are really watching here for today. Up here across portions of the plains as well as the Ohio Valley. And of course we do have ourselves a little bit of a risk up here in the northeast here as well, which we are looking out for. What's up, MD? Saying hi, Andrew, and all in chat. What's up, my friend? What's up, Bill? Hope you're doing good. Welcome, everybody. So we are watching the storms right now. Currently, we do have 5 active severe thunderstorm warnings here. Let's see here. All of these appear... Ooh, hold on a minute. This one, apparently up in New Hampshire, is for 70-mile-an-hour winds and golf ball hail. Let's hop over to the current radar. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch out here. This one includes Alton, New Durham, let's see here, including Gilmanton, Burnstead, Stafford, Wakefield, and Wolfeboro. Yeah, that has 70 mile per hour wind gusts and golf ball hail on that storm up here for New Hampshire. So this includes Stratford County, let's see, Belknap County, East Central Merrimack County, and Carroll County. You guys are inside of the severe thunderstorm warning here for the next... well, it expires at 6:15 p.m. It's currently 5:26 p.m., so we still have a little bit to go. But yeah, golf ball hail, 70-mile-an-hour winds. That is pretty heavy. So we're going to look out there for that. We have a lot of other warnings out here by Massachusetts going on here. We got a storm rolling through Westfield. Most of these are within the realm of 60 miles an hour, except for that one storm that we have up here that we just looked at up in New Hampshire. So definitely is quite a nasty storm. Tabletop coming in with a $2 super chat. I appreciate it, man. Saying, howdy, Andrew. Kind of still worried about tomorrow. Man, you're good. Really, the only thing we got to look out for is just, that level 1 threat for severe weather. Like I said, no tornadoes, just a little bit of a wind threat here overall. So you should be fine. Just, remain weather aware. Keep a close eye on the weather, and if you get any warning or anything like that, just take action accordingly. Just know where to go, in case if a warning is issued. But like I said, your threat's pretty low. What's up, JH7? Welcome, my friend. Hope you're doing good. So yeah, like I said, we have a severe thunderstorm watch here in effect for all of Massachusetts, all of Rhode Island, all of Connecticut, southern Vermont, and southern New Hampshire here. Once again, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect here for Wolfeboro. This is in southern New Hampshire. Once again, this one is for golf ball hail and 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts here. So that is quite the storm. Quite the storm. Bill says those storms are heading towards you. Oh, okay. Well, make sure that you are watching them closely, my friend. If you get a warning, make sure you take action. So, for a severe thunderstorm like this, I would recommend that you remain indoors, obviously well away from windows, because you don't want to be near windows, with hail and damaging winds that strong. So I would recommend that you go indoors and far away from windows. Absolutely. What's up, Red Cyclonic? Welcome. What's up, Twilight? Welcome. Good to have you guys here. Hope everyone's doing well. We also are going to be watching out for a little bit of severe weather in the plains. Here soon, we should start to get some convection here popping off here. Let's take a look here back at radar. Looking at things right now, it looks like we have a little bit of storm activity starting to fire off here. Doesn't really look like anything big and bad quite yet. But models, they do suggest... here we go. We got a severe storm over here. Models do suggest these storms actually picking up and, probably having quite a bit of big hail today. A lot of the Central Plains here today is actually in a hatch risk out there for hail. Hail 2 inches in diameter and larger, which is, going to be kind of a big threat. Anyways, we do have a warning up here in southeastern South Dakota. This includes Spencer, Canova, Farmer, and Fulton. So heads up to you guys here. Quarter-size hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here. Just once again, recommend that you stay indoors away from windows, and, you should be pretty good. We got a lot of flooding going on over by the Mid-Atlantic region here. Quite a bit going on. You can see multiple flood warnings and flash flood warnings here, flood advisories and stuff going on here. So make sure you guys are, actively watching, these regions because, once again, the WPC, they did put a moderate risk out here for flooding today up across, areas of central Illinois, including like Springfield. So, we have a really, really big threat out there for flooding today. And I mean, even a lot of the areas here are in the level 2 threat here, so it's not just this red area we need to look out for. It's really we need to look out for all of these regions here throughout like the Midwest and the Ohio Valley and stuff like that. So let's see here. Luckily not the 70-mile-per-hour wind, but the other two down in Massachusetts. Oh, okay. So these guys over here are the ones that's heading towards you. Yeah, still I need you to be weather aware. We have a storm up here by Springfield, Massachusetts, out there by Westfield currently. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny hail. The only concern out of this one right now is gusty winds. Now, it does look like that there's quite a bit of lightning activity here. As you guys can see, we do have quite a bit of lightning activity popping off here. Let's see here. What's up, Evan? Hope you're doing good. See, 2 to 4 potential tornado touchdown last night. Where is this at? Is this 9 miles away in your county? Wow. Well, I'm glad to see you're okay. What's up, Cade? Saying, is there MCS developing in Springfield, Illinois, moving into central Indiana? Why haven't they issued a watch yet? Well, let's take a look out here. So you said up by Illinois. Nah, there is no MCS out here. We just have a couple of storms brewing, out here by south central Illinois, as you can kind of currently see. Models, I don't really think have anything along that developing. Well, maybe a little one here. Let's hop here all over the models real quickly. We'll take a look at this here. We're gonna zoom into the Midwest and stuff here. That way you guys can see this. So this is the latest HRRR. This is the 20 UTC run. It really just shows a bunch of scattered storms here. Maybe a little cluster of storms, but it doesn't appear to be a full-blown MCS, according to HRRR here. I mean, obviously you got NAM, but NAM always shows MCS regardless. So to be honest with you, yeah, honestly, I wouldn't count on it. It just really looks like a bunch of scattered storms that'll be kind of rolling through the area here that we need to look out for. Let's see here. Sounds like good weather to hunker down with a good book. Take your pick with your favorite genre. Yeah. Just make sure you stay away from windows. If you get caught in these warnings and stuff, it's never good to be outside. During these storms here, you need to make sure that you are indoors and far away from windows because, the lightning's a big concern, and if the winds really kick up, then you got the potential of debris flying at your windows, and you just don't want to be next to it. Also, some of these warnings, like the one we have out here in up in New Hampshire, for 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts, as well as literally golf ball size hail. So that's wind-driven hail. Which is very dangerous. And make sure that you are, just well away from your windows here. That includes, let's see, Laconia, Wolfeboro, Alton, Middleton, Farmington, Wakefield. Let's see here. As well as Barnstead, I think it might be, Belmont. So, yeah, just make sure you guys are watching that one closely. But, yeah, we do have a severe thunderstorm watch here in the pink areas here for, once again, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, southern New Hampshire, and southern Vermont, and a little county in far south Maine, which expires here in about 3 hours. The SPC did mention damaging wind gusts up to 65 miles an hour possible. And isolated hail events up to 1 inch in diameter. So we've already exceeded this with the current warning that we have. Like I said, the current warning right now has 70-mile-an-hour wind gust potential on it, as well as 1.75 inch hail, which is golf ball size hail. So we already have quite exceeded that here with that one warning up here. So as of now, this appears to be radar indicated. So this has not been observed yet, but with that being said, you should still treat it the same. You should obviously always treat it as if it is observed, because that's what it is expected to produce, okay? So just be careful. Once again, stay indoors, away from windows. I cannot stress it enough. You guys need to make sure that you are safe and inside. because it is very dangerous to be, outside during this and even near your windows and stuff. Let's see here. What's up, Snoopy? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Ohio. Oh, I got you. So it was Ohio that had that? Wow. Is there a chance for any storms or severe thunderstorm in my area, northeast Ohio? Because I'm seeing some activity on the radar. So Ohio does have a little bit of a concern for storms today. Let's actually hop back over here to the severe weather risk. For northeastern Ohio, not really. We do have a thunderstorm risk out here, so potential for a couple booms of thunder, but nothing big. However, central southern Ohio, we do have a severe weather risk, yes. And out there by like Cincinnati, we do have a slight risk even, level 2 severe weather threat. Columbus is in the level 1. So yeah, Ohio, we do have a little threat for severe weather here. Let me edit the counties real quickly. The county lines are a little bit too thick here. That's country. Whoops. I don't know why I made those so thick. Here we go. All right, so for southwestern Ohio, out there, including Cincinnati, we do have a level 1 tornado threat, which is a 2% risk overall for tornadoes. The main threat for Ohio, though, is going to be gusty winds and not really hail. Hail's not really much of the problem here. It's just going to be mostly gusty winds out there. But for northeastern Ohio, no, you're good. Just a few storms. Ponderosa says, I thought you were going to go live yesterday. Glad to see you live now. Hope everything's okay. Yeah, I just had some stuff pop up last minute there. I'm sorry about that, y'all. What's up, Double Rose? Saying, hey, what's going on? Got a little bit of severe weather going on. Hopefully you're doing good. Bill says that storm near New Hampshire has a tornado possible tag on it. Here, let's hop back over to that storm here. Yeah, that one's kind of our main concern right now. It does. Yeah, it does have a tornado possible tag. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or a small central room in a sturdy structure. So, yeah. Once again, a tornado possible tag does not mean that there will be a tornado. It just means that, tornadoes are possible. Just given, the storm's nature and, the environment that it's in. It can't rule out tornadoes, but, if there was an immediate danger of a tornado, then there would be a tornado warning, which there's not. Right now, this is just a severe thunderstorm warning, so, just make sure that you are, just make sure that you're staying away from windows and stuff. Anyways. But yeah, a storm like that, 70-mile-an-hour winds here and, hail up to quarter size, literally golf ball size is kind of a big issue if you mix those together. Let's see here. Anything going on in Indiana? So we do. Here, let's hop back out here real quickly. Let's hop on over here to the region here. So yeah, we do have ourselves a level 2 threat out there for severe weather. So this does include Indianapolis region here, Terre Haute, Bloomington region here. So we do have a level 2 threat. Now, we cannot rule out the potential of an isolated tornado or two, given our 2% risk overall that we have here. We do have a 15% wind risk here as well. Potential for some wind gusts here upwards of 60 miles an hour. And not really much of a hail threat once again here. So that's pretty good. But yeah, looking at the radar now, over here by Indiana, we do have a couple of scattered storms popping off, but, not really anything severe right now. But that could change, later on. So we're going to have to look out for that. Let's see here. Brad, I got you real quick. Here, let me pull this up real fast. And we'll take a look at your tornado threat. So you, up by Bloomington, you're just to the north of the main risk here. So you should be pretty good. The odds of you getting a tornado is very low, which we just have that 2%. And I just noticed they increased the risk out here. We now have a 5% chance for tornadoes for central, southern, South Dakota, North Nebraska. There is now a 5% chance out here. Matt says, thank you, sir. No problem. Good to see you here, man. Weather says, our strong tornadoes on the table today and with that one discrete supercell, so on the HRR at 20 UTC. So we're not expecting any full-blown, violent tornadoes or anything like that today, no. But we do have now an increased risk for tornadic activity here. So the tornadoes that could happen today would likely remain on the lower scale. They likely wouldn't be anything massive. The reason being is because the kinematics don't really support, big tornadoes today. Basically, what I mean by that is the wind shear, or just the winds throughout the atmosphere, are not really strong enough to really allow for those really strong supercells to occur. So, while we can't rule out tornadoes, we're likely not going to get anything super crazy. Although I will say Mother Nature is crazy sometimes, and can really surprise you. But we're generally not expecting any violent tornadoes or any really strong ones. Like I said, they would likely remain weak and relatively brief. But yeah, that one, hopping back over here to the HRRR though, so we actually do have a little bit of activity that could really start firing off here soon. You can kind of see some very, very discrete cells firing off here across the central northern plains here. Overnight, once we approach away into tomorrow morning, it looks like we definitely could have a bit more convection, a bit of overnight storms up here in like North Dakota. But it seems very isolated. Very isolated here, this evening and whatnot. Brad says, good to hear. Thanks. Yep, no problem. No problem at all. All right, let's go ahead and hop on back over here to that one storm here. Once again, we are watching a severe thunderstorm warning here for New Hampshire that has 70-mile-an-hour wind gust potential and golf ball-sized hail. So 1.75-inch hail and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts here. For areas out by Laconia, out there by Guilford, Belmont, let's see here, Gilmanton, Barnstead, Stratford, Farmington, New Durham, Middleton, Union, Wakefield. So you guys are in that warning here. There is a tornado possible tag on that storm there too. Looking at velocity, I don't really see anything, rotating super crazily right now. So that's good. I don't really see any heavy rotation or anything like that. But, just based off the nature of these storms, just remain alert for possible tornadic activity. If there is an immediate danger of one, we would put a tornado warning, but there's not. So we're good. But yeah, just for the most part, right now, you just need to stay indoors away from windows. That is what I'd heavily recommend. Got a couple other storms here. These ones aren't as crazy, but still need to be indoors for these ones. We have another one out there by Arundel, out by Kennebunkport, out here by Cape Porpoise Posse. I'm not sure how you say that one. That's pretty interesting. Out there by Wells, I could say that one. That's pretty easy to say. But yeah, this one has 1.25-inch hail, as well as 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And we do have a special marine warning out there by the coastal areas here. Got some nasty weather heading in towards Connecticut, though, out of Massachusetts currently, out there by Enfield, Summers, Safford Hollow, mostly for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, which is what all of these here are warned for. So 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny to quarter size hail. Let's see here. Nightbot seems to be the only mod on this afternoon. Yeah, it'd be like that sometime. Y'all behave yourselves, though. Y'all behave. What's up, team? Say it. Thanks for your coverage. Yeah, no problem, dude. I got you guys. No problem at all. Glad to be here. Yeah, so once again, my folks up in the Ohio Valley, please just be careful of today's flooding threat. That is a big concern today. We do have a flood watch in effect here today. We do have a couple flash flood warnings already ongoing here, but looking at today's risk, once again, we have a really big level 2 flooding threat here in the yellow, which gives probability of at least 15% chance of flooding. And of course, you may have noticed the big red area here, or the little hot dog of a red area here by Springfield, in which this one has at least a 40% chance probability overall. So, Rose, behave yourself. Gilly says, let's see, how is Southeast Massachusetts? So you folks should remain weather aware, absolutely. So you guys do have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for Massachusetts here. The Storm Prediction Center mentioned the possibility of hail up to 1 inch in diameter, as well as damaging winds up to 65 miles an hour or so. But, that one storm that we have to the north of you up in New Hampshire, this one's warned for already above that, 70-mile-an-hour winds and 1.75-inch hail overall. So, but yeah, so just please make sure that you are, please just make sure that you're keeping an eye on it, all right? Sounds good, Twilight. I'll keep you to it. Alrighty, let's see here. We got a storm southeast of Springfield, Illinois, about Shelbyville. This one is for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and 0.88 inches, which is nickel-size hail. Nothing super, super duper wild. Then we got a warning out here in western North Dakota. This is out by Medora. No, not Madonna, Medora. Out here by Scoria Point and Sentinel Butte. I think that's how you say that. This one's not even warned for damaging winds. This is just for winds that are 50 or less. But it does have 1.75 inch hail, though. So that's definitely concerning. That's the reason why it's actually warned here. Let's see here. The one down here in South Dakota, we got another warning for Spencer and Farmer and Canova. 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. That appears to be all the warnings as of now. So we will be sure to keep you updated. That is for sure. By the way, if y'all are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. Let's take a look at the satellite view. Yeah, you can start to see that convection. Did they... Hold on. I was going to say, did they remove the animation loop? I was going to say, but no, we got it. But yeah, if you guys have any questions as well, throughout the stream here, if y'all want me to take a look at an area, feel free to let us know. Okay, we will we'll certainly be here to help you guys out. All right, so I want to take a moment to hop over to models real quickly. So we're gonna do that real fast. So let me go ahead and bring up the HRRR here. But yeah, we'll take a look here up at the northeast real quickly. So we have kind of a frontal system rolling through. The northeast and everything. So as you can kind of see, it's just kind of a long line of a bunch of storm activity, in which some of those could definitely be quite severe. That threat should really kind of come to a close here, though, over the next several hours, in which it kind of shows most of the activity off just before midnight here. So that'll be pretty good. So this severe weather threat should not last super, super long. But just, once again, out there for my folks up in Massachusetts and, Connecticut, Rhode Island, just please keep an eye on it, watch it closely, as once again, all hazards can't be ruled out, but the main threat appears to be damaging winds and hail currently, so we'll have to look out there for that. Now, looking at the ingredients in place out here, take a look at the instability. We actually do have a fair amount of fuel for these storms today, as we do have ourselves well over 1,000 joules per kilogram of instability. That is a lot of fuel. So storms definitely are not lacking in that department. Our lower level wind shear is pretty weak at about 20 knots to the east. See our mid-level flow, a little bit stronger, about 40 knots to the east. But there's really not a whole lot of veering going on here. So, that tornado threat would likely remain very low. Because, for really those strong, violent tornadoes, you need those winds to really aggressively change as you go up in altitude, creating those rotating environments here. So that's what we really look for. Not to mention our lower level winds are pretty weak for that. So that's why we're not really expecting any big tornadic activity. But if we did, it would likely remain relatively weak and brief here. What's up, Liam? Saying hi. What's up? Let's see here. Carrot says Canada is getting kind of swarmed in the west. By storms. I know you guys are dealing with a lot of wildfires out there right now. It's definitely getting pretty crazy out there. Gilly says, is this a fast-moving storm? So I believe it's moving at 40 miles an hour here. Let's hop on back over here. These guys... Yeah, so these guys are moving relatively northeast at 40. This is the one up here by New Hampshire. For Farmington, Stratford, Middleton area, this is the one for... they actually now downgraded it to penny-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here. But yeah, that was once at 70-mile-an-hour winds and golf ball hail, so that is thankfully been downgraded. We got another one out here by Kennebunk for 1.25-inch hail, so that's $half hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here. Yeah, the ones that are heading into Connecticut, these are warned for 60-mile-an-hour winds here, in hail between penny to quarter size here. That includes areas out by Vernon, let's see here, Vernon, Connecticut. They actually just canceled that northern one. Enfield, oh, never mind. There it is. It's back. But yeah, Southbridge, Massachusetts, Wales, Brimfield, let's see, Charlton. So you guys just keep an eye out there for that. Once again, if you're in a warning like this, just make sure that you're indoors, away from windows, just to stay safe. Because you never know. There could be, some flying debris and stuff like that. It's in the area. So, Anyways, let's see here. Twilight says 49th like. Don't forget to like the stream, folks. Thank you, Twilight. I appreciate that. Liam says, can I please check on Kansas City when I get a chance? Absolutely, my friend. I got you. So, Kansas City here. We do have a little bit of a flooding threat, so just a bit of a heads up there. If you're in a flood-prone area, just keep an eye on it. Severe weather threat's pretty low today. We do have a level 1 out of 5 severe weather threat. Just a little marginal risk here for today. No tornadoes are expected in the area, which is good. In terms of gusty winds, we do have a 5% risk out there for gusty winds. Possibility of some gusts up to 60 miles an hour. And whenever it comes to it here, hail-wise, we're pretty good. So, yeah, just a little bit of gusty winds, is going to be possible. Let's see. We got some severe storms in Florida. Oh, yes, we do. This is up here east of Orlando. Good eye. That's actually west of Cape Canaveral. That includes the Wait. There's a Christmas, Florida? Okay, we got Christmas, Florida. We got, this is just shy of Wedgefield here. 0.88 inches, so nickel-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts here overall. So that is that. Let's see here. Twilight says, I'm going to go back to your novel. All right, sounds good. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. MD says, wish we knew what weather is going to be for Wednesday for Ohio. It's my birthday. Happy early birthday. Happy early birthday. Let's see. So today's Sunday, so that's about 4 days out or so. I don't think SPC has anything for the extended range here. I mean, I'll check for you real quickly. Let's go probability here. Yeah, as of now, they don't got nothing going on here for your birthday, so you should be good as of now. We'll keep you updated, though. If you stay tuned, we'll let you know the closer we get. What's up, Weston? Good evening to you as well, my friend. Hope you're doing good. Let's see, the storm near Springfield. You saying there's broad rotation on it? Here, let's look and see. I'm assuming you mean this severe warning out here by Shelbyville. Oh, yeah. Yeah, out there by Tower Hill, looks like we got a little bit of rotation kind of going on. This is at the 0.5 degree inclination tilt, too. Which, I mean, we're really not super far away from radar. But, yeah, there is definitely a little bit of rotation there. You can kind of see out here by Tower Hill. That does appear to be... Let's see here. We'll look at this. So it's moving kind of southeast here overall. Actually, it looks like 2 areas of rotation. You'll see that? Looks like there's another area just to the northeast of it. Yeah. Look at that. There's 2 areas there. Not that one. Well, there's it looks like there's a bit of rotation on these ones here too, so we'll look out for that. They don't have anything on that one. You said northeast. All right, let's get rid of these here real quickly. Are you talking about the ones out here? Oh, up here by like Massachusetts. Let's see here. Oh, right here. We do have some strong velocities up by Enfield. Yeah, they don't have a tour possible tag on that one. Well, I mean, glad I checked this one anyways. It looks like we do have a bit of rotation out by Tower Hill, out near Shelbyville, Illinois here. So we'll keep a close eye on these here. I mean, like I mentioned, if we did get activity, it would likely remain relatively weak and relatively brief here. So we'll keep an eye on it. But it doesn't look like there's any debris or anything like that as of now, so that's good. But yeah, just if you have to buy the Shelbyville area here in Illinois, just keep an eye on these storms here. There's no tornado warning or anything like that yet. I don't know if there will be. We'll have to see. But just be sure that you are watching it and just know where to go in case if a warning is issued. You guys need to figure that out ahead of time. You don't need to wait till the minute of. Just be sure that you are just watching it. And just know where to go beforehand. It's always good to have a plan in place before the event happens. So, just be sure of that. Okay. Okay. So hopping over here back to Connecticut, we got Vernon, Enfield. Let's see here, Stratford Hollow. This is a severe thunderstorm warning here for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-size hail. We do have a tornado possible tag on this storm here. So we have about 36 minutes left on this guy. This one is moving southeast at 30 miles per hour. We got another one up here by Southbridge, Massachusetts. This one's out here by Warren and Brimfield, out by Palmer. which we do have quarter hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This has actually been observed, too, apparently. Let's see here. 60. Did they say? Let's see. Oh, here we go. Down trees across Belchertown. So it doesn't look like that there was a reported wind gust. It looks like it was observed off of damage from the storm here, so. All right, let's hop on back over here to New Hampshire. We got that one warning still for Farmington, Wakefield area. This is for 60-mile-an-hour winds and penny-sized hail, including New Durham. And then to the east of that, out here by southern Maine, this includes the Kennebunk area out by Arundel. Not sure how you say that one. By Cape Porpoise. We'll just say Cape Porcupine. Out by Wells, Drake's Island, Four Corners. Yeah, we got 5 minutes left on that one here. Moved out of the warning area. Therefore, the warning will be allowed to expire. Gotcha. But we do have a special marine warning out there for waterspouts, wind gusts up to 40 knots, and small hail. They did cancel the one in South Dakota. Ooh. Oh, wow. Look at this. Hopping over to East Montana. We've got a warning, severe thunderstorm warning for Jordan, Brockway, and Circle. This is for 70-mile-an-hour winds observed here. 70-mile-an-hour winds. Does it say? All it says is that it's been observed here. Here, let me slowly but surely work my way over there. we're gonna see if there's any reports on here on Spotter Network. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. 71. It's out there by Jordan. It's only just west of Jordan here, out by Garfield, Montana. Garfield County, Montana, from a Mesonet reported 71-mile-an-hour winds from that storm there. That's it's quite powerful. We also do have a 51-mile-an-hour wind gust here north of Millstone. So these storms are definitely producing some gusty winds. We've got another 57 out by Livingston area. So y'all just make sure that you're watching this one. But yeah, guys, once again, if y'all have any questions, feel free to let me know. We're here for y'all. Let's see here, what's going on there? We've got a special marine warning here off the coast of Georgia. Oh yeah. Dang, look at that outflow boundary there. See that big old noodle? Thunderstorm noodle. Yeah. Yeah, those storms are mostly not severe. The ones in the south, those are just kind of typical daily thunderstorms happening now. Yeah, once again, everybody, the main regions today that we're watching is going to be these three areas here. We do have a lot of the northeast that we're kind of paying attention to. Once again, that storm duration shouldn't last too much longer. Probably only a couple more hours as that little frontal system rolls off here. Out by the Ohio Valley, in the Midwest here. This storm, this area we're gonna need to keep an eye out there for a little bit. And then the threat out by the plains here, the central northern plains, seems very isolated. Very, very isolated overall. So, let's see. Josh just says, is Pennsylvania going to get any severe thunderstorms? I've been waiting all day. So, eastern Pennsylvania has the chance for a couple strong to severe storms, yes. But the central western side, not really. I mean, you can see that Pennsylvania does have quite a bit of scattered storms popping off right now, but nothing currently severe or anything like that. But I mean, if you're on the eastern side out there, including like Scranton, Williamsport area, Philadelphia, these regions are in that risk for severe weather. But areas to the west, out by like Pittsburgh, State College area, yeah, we're not we're not in the risk for today. But, you know, can't rule out some storms, though. MD says, watching storms in Illinois. Let's see, in Indiana. Whoop, keep getting a... Here, let me shut down this one program here. Oh my gosh! It's giving me all these errors. There we go. Anyways, now I could read your comment. Watching the storms in Illinois and Indiana because they come our way in Ohio. Yep. Yeah, so like I mentioned, you know, Ohio should definitely keep an eye out there for it. You know, as we do have a little bit of a threat for severe weather. But like I mentioned, it's, you know, a pretty low-end threat here for tornadoes and stuff. Just a 2% risk in southwestern Ohio. Mostly just a little bit of a gusty wind concern. That's really about it. Ooh, we got a tornado. Oh, dude, they warned that one I was talking about. The one out here by Shelbyville. Remember I was saying there's some rotation on it? There it is. Tornado warning for Shelbyville, Illinois, including Lakewood, Clarkburg, Strasburg, Stewartson, and Cowden. I had a feeling that one might have went warned. It is radar indicated. There is, as of now, nothing on CC. No debris as of now. Okay, we're going to keep a close eye on that here. So rotation's out here by Lakewood right now. Tracking towards the Stewartson, Clarkburg area. Yeah, once again, there's nothing as of now on CC correlation coefficient. So just a radar indicated threat as of now. And you can kind of see this, the green here, this is some of that inbound wind shear. And the red is the outbound winds. So the green goes towards the radar, the red goes away. So that's indicating a little bit of rotation that's going on here, right in this area. So that is over Lakewood area here in Illinois. This is tracking towards Clarksburg, Francher, Mode. So just make sure if you're in these areas and if you know anybody out there, give them a heads up. Let them know what's going on out there. What's up, Sydney? Welcome. Yeah, we only got 13 minutes on that. They did not issue it for that long. Until 5:15 p.m. 5:15 p.m. local. So that'll be 6:15 Eastern. Can't forget they also do have this severe thunderstorm warning here too for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. See, our dew point and our humidity is near the same temps here in Troy, so favorable for storms. Well, that's ground level. You got to remember, it's not always going to be supportive in the mid-upper levels. But today, yes, there is a threat for storms, but just remember that there's other parts of the atmosphere that needs to be at certain levels, not just surface. But yeah. Still got that one warning here for 70-mile-an-hour winds observed up here in eastern Montana for Jordan. Now it looks like a lot of that main part of the storm is in rural areas here, which is good. Let's see. Southwestern North Dakota. We got Medora. Yeah, out there by Scoria Point. See here, I've been out and about all day. That's why I'm a bit late. No, you're good, Sydney. Don't worry about it. Did they extend the watch, or did they move it? Or update it? Yeah, we got this one severe warning up here in Connecticut. Up by Enfield, Stratford Hollow, Got a tornado possible tag on it. 60-mile-an-hour winds and penny-sized hail. Then we got that one up here in New Hampshire. This one's probably about to expire because you can see that storm's mostly rolling out of that area here. For Farmington, New Hampshire, New Durham, Wakefield, Middleton. Yeah, we only got a little bit longer on that one. Yeah, once again, everybody, if you know anybody out here in central Illinois, out by Shelbyville, Lakewood area, give them a heads up. They're in a tornado warning here. Rotation over here is out by the Lakewood, Clarksburg area here, heading towards Mode, see here, Fancher, and Cowden. So, just make sure if you know anybody out there. Tell them to go to their safe spots. Once again, if you have a basement storm shelter, that's where you want to go. If you do not, then go to the central interior portion, the lowest floor of your home. If you're in a trailer, ditch the trailer. Go find a sturdier structure because trailers are not good at providing protection. That is one thing that they are not good at. I do want to keep an eye on these areas here, too, because it looks like there is a little bit of rotation, possibly out by Windsor as well. And maybe another little area up by Oconee. But we'll see what happens. We'll keep an eye on it. That could even be just some side lobe stuff going on here. We do got a new warning up in western West Virginia for Huntington, including Barbersville, Hamlin, Milton. That brings back memories. And Lavalette for 60-mile-an-hour winds and penny hail. Over here in California, it's been nice as Sydney. Has it? It's been hotter than heck over here in Florida. 71, that's it. It was 100.4 degrees yesterday. Let me see what it was today. Hold on. I have a Mesonet. Let me see. Dude. No way, man. Look at today's high. It got up to 101.5 degrees today. Sheesh. It's 92 right now. That's, you're lucky. Enjoy your 71 degrees. Not very fair. No, a lot of us on the East Coast right now are really, really dealing with those really hot conditions. I mean, it's just been miserable lately. Here, let me show you something real quickly. Show all of y'all something here. Let's go to fire, heat advisory. We'll turn on the extreme heat warnings and stuff. Yeah. They added a lot of areas, actually. This now goes up in the central northern plains here with this heat advisory. 102 heat indexed. Values up to 100 and to 110 over multiple days. To 112. Yeah, it's been rough, man, I tell you. Zero says, I hate the heat. I could honestly see myself living in Alaska or somewhere where it's always cold. Believe it or not, Alaska can still get pretty warm, too. 70s, 80 degrees. Only for like a month or two, but it can happen. Absolutely. But yeah, no, I don't like it when it gets this hot. It's too much. I mean, whenever you get like those 100-degree days in Florida where it's like heat index of 110, that's like peak heat. No, thank you. Anyways, y'all, once again, we got 6 minutes left on this tornado warning here for central Illinois. Out here by Clarksburg, Lakewood, Cowden, and Stewartson. This is a radar-indicated threat. Once again, make sure you're in your safe spots. If you have a shelter, basement, make sure you go there. If not, go to the central interior portion of the lowest floor of your building or of your home. See, we got smoky air in Wisconsin. Oh, yeah, you guys are dealing with those wildfires, aren't you? Up in Canada. We got a lot of bad fires going on out there. Got a high risk for heat over in massive areas. Crazy. Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, we got all kinds of stuff going on. Oh, by the way, y'all, they just issued a severe thunderstorm watch here for eastern Montana and southwestern, kind of west central North Dakota. This block here. Here, this warning's still for golf ball hail out by pretty much in the middle of nowhere in southwestern North Dakota. What's up, Average Ginger? Hope you're doing good, my friend. Type of heat where you can smell the moisture in the air? Yeah. Oh, yes. It's miserable. No, it's once you get those dew points in like the 70s and 80s, that's where it becomes miserable. You know, a lot of people go off of humidity, but in reality, you need to go off of dew point because humidity can be 100% when it's 30 degrees outside, and you're not going to notice it. I mean, seriously. But if you have, 90 degrees and with a high dew point of 80 or something like that, and the humidity is still pretty high, humidity is just calculated between the difference of, or the gap between your dew point and your temperature. Closer your dew point is to your temperature, the more humidity there is, which that could be at any temperature, Not trying to confuse y'all too much. Let's see. What's up, K-Jack? Welcome. Hi, Andrew, everyone. To be fair, I'm in Southern California. Definitely not 71 here. Much warmer than that, like 100, 115. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, no thank you. You guys got that dry heat, though. Y'all are not in that moisture heat. But still bad. Is RTMA analysis accurate for feel-like temps? Fairly accurate, yeah. Let's see here. I'm actually going to pull up the RTMA. I have not been on Pivotal in a while. By the way, y'all, if you could, do me a solid. Hit that subscribe button and share if you guys could. Here you go. Here's a RTMA. Oh, dude. Oh, yes. Here's the heat index. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. Yeah, heat indexes right now are in the mid-hundreds. Or, no. Wait a minute. Not in the mid-hundreds. The mid-110s. Or single, yeah, whatever. Low 100s. But mid, yeah, you get it. But yeah, it's hot, dude. Yeah, but look at those dew points, though. That's really making it feel terrible. I mean, it's, ugh. Gosh, dude. Got all kinds of moisture. I mean, look at this. 70s going all the way up through the Midwest. Yuck. We do got some, we do got some localized points of 80-degree dew points. Which, as you can see, it's kind of on the end of the scale. Dew points are, that's what you really need to go off for the moisture feeling, I guess. All right, so we got 2 minutes left in this tornado warning, y'all. About to expire. Wait a few days here. I feel like temps low 100s up here in Michigan. Yeah, it's pretty bad across a lot of the country. A lot of people are really feeling this right now. Yeah, 107 average. That's quite a bit. Monsoon season here. Fairly humid, but not like Florida. Yeah. See here. I would hate to live by the Gulf of moisture. Yeah, it can bring you some unwanted weather, that's for sure. The Gulf of moisture. Or the Gulf of instability. See here. Extreme heat warning for 100. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, a lot of the Midwest is in that extreme heat warning. Like a lot of Missouri, Kansas here too. I mean, that expires in 3 and 4 days from now, so this is not going to end anytime soon, unfortunately. Here, let me bring y'all over to models real quickly. I do want to take a moment to hop y'alls over here. Thermodynamics, let's do temperatures. All right, let's go to, let's go GFS. Got an 18 UTC run going. Let's do the 12 UTC, though. So there's tomorrow, the 20, oh, wait, hold up. There we go. Yeah, tomorrow definitely could be quite out, especially out by the Carolinas here. Remember, this is not feel like, this is actual temps. I mean, it's just going to be miserable over the next several days here. Oh, yikes. Yeah. Obviously don't want to go too far, but yeah, that's rough. That's really rough. Anomalies here. Have these temps still very warm. Yeah. Unfortunately, y'all, this pattern doesn't look like it's going to be changing up anytime soon. Let's see. How is Foley, Alabama? My friend's on vacation there. There ain't a whole lot going on in Alabama in general. Here, let me... Foley, Alabama. They do have a heat advisory, though. Yeah, definitely getting a bit of that nastiness. But yeah, not really anything going on for Alabama other than just, heat. Heat, and there could be some storms, but nothing severe, though. So, y'all pretty good. By the way, they canceled that tornado warning, guys. We are now good to go. We still have that severe warning, though, for Shelbyville area, Clarksburg, Stewartson, Strasburg. They do still have a tour possible tag on it. 60-mile-an-hour winds and nickel-size hail, which is 0.88 inches in diameter. Let's see. Apparently, we're entering MCS season. I mean, we've been having quite the clusters. Oh, it looks like things are starting to finally pick up in here in Nebraska. Yeah, it's about to. Oh yeah, look at this. Starting to get a little bit of isolated cells. You know, that's going to be the thing here. Is that given how rural these areas are, across the central northern plains, these storms today are going to be very discrete. Meaning they're going to be random locations, random places. So they're not going to be very widespread. They're going to be fairly, spread out. Let's see. At least I'm escaping the heat for the nice 80s. Yeah. All right, let's hop on back over here to Florida. Oh, look at that. Look at that old noodle. An outflow noodle. So that is an outflow boundary. That is the cold air downdraft smacking the surface and kicking up dust and stuff. We got a warning for 60-mile-an-hour winds and 0.88 inches in diameter. Yeah, we don't have really a severe weather threat, though, in Florida. It's just a random severe. Hopping back up to the northeast, folks. We got a warning for Connecticut out here by Vernon, Enfield, as well as Stratford Hollow in Wellington area. 60-mile-an-hour winds and 0.75 inch hail. Thank you, K-Jack. I appreciate that. Sydney, thank you. I appreciate that as well. Pretty chill, dude. I try to be. I try to be. Even when nature's not so chill. But how it be sometimes, I mean, we live in America. So we have all kinds of crazy stuff that happens here. But yeah, now we're going to start keeping a close eye on these guys out here by the plains. These ones are starting to pick off here. Let me bring y'all back over to models here. We're going to hop back to the HRRR, the HER model. Seems like HRRR is fairly accurate. Here, let's bring y'all over here. So this was the 18 UTC run here. First of all, so look where the storms are at now. We have the one up here in north central Nebraska, kind of northwestern, right on the border of South Dakota, northern Nebraska. we hop back to models here. You can kind of see here, 18 UTC run. There it is. That's kind of where this is at now. It doesn't show the one up to, but to the north here. I mean, if that's it, it's not. It's a little too close. But, once again, models, they're not perfect. But yeah, you can kind of see here from HRRR, it just looks very discreet. This is not really widespread activity here. So, anyways. K-Jack says you're welcome. Glad you found your channel a couple or so years ago when Max suggested it. Did Max really suggest my channel before? Did he really? I have no idea. Let's see here. Those pop-ups in July or in Florida or something else. They are. That they are. We got a different kind of weather down here. It's a lot of these are sea breeze initiated. Basically meaning that, as the day comes out, yes, as the sun comes out, heats up the surface, it unevenly heats it, which actually creates a void of lower pressure over the central part of the state. And that lower void of pressure actually brings in air from the higher pressure around it, so therefore the waters, and pushes inland. That's why you see these noodles, these lines of those sea breezes that come through. And those act as a source of lift, which can create more storms. Let's see here. California here in the next couple weeks, fires are going to pop off. Yeah, be careful. Yeah, you guys have a big problem with fires up there. Speaking of fires here, let's take a moment to take a look up in, not California, sorry, Canada. Oh, yeah, you can really see it over the Great Lakes here. Look at this. That's how I found your channel. Well, thank you for joining. I appreciate it, my friend. Yeah, look at that. Y'all see that smoke over the lakes here? It be smoky. Yeah, Canada, they've been having a bit of wildfires, and we do actually have some air quality alerts up in like Minnesota currently. You can see these gray warnings here. Let's see here. Yeah, here you go, from Canadian wildfires here. You're cooking and chatting. Nice. What's up, Emmanuel? Welcome, welcome. Got a new warning up here in Indiana, south of Terre Haute. I think that's how you say that. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is out here by Prairie Creek, Fairbanks, Farmersburg area for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and 0.75-inch hail. The last wildfire we had sent me to the ER because of smoke. And oh my gosh. Sydney, I am so sorry to hear that. That sounds terrible. Hopefully you're doing okay, my friend. Are you doing good? Still got that warning for western West Virginia out here by Barbersville, West Hamlin, Salt Rock area here. 60-mile-an-hour winds and penny hail. This one's about to expire, though, in about 7 minutes, so we don't have too much longer on that one. Then, of course, out here by Connecticut, we have Enfield, Willington, Vernon. Let's see, 60-mile-an-hour winds and 0.75-inch hail. Never understood Florida weather when I lived in Lakeland. I live in Lakeland. Small world. That's literally where I'm at. Colton says, anything for Cloverdale, Indiana? Let's see here. Let me pull this up for you. Cloverdale, Indiana. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so nothing currently severe going on. You do have a storm to your west, southwest. But we are in the risk here today. We are in the risk here. We do have a level 1 tornado risk here, which is a 2% risk, but odds of you getting that's pretty low. I wouldn't completely ignore it, but just make sure you know where to go if a tornado warning is issued. I mean, the odds of that are pretty low, but just in case, make sure. We have a 15% wind threat and not a hail threat, really, or nothing severe hail-wise. So, yeah, just mainly a wind gust concern, you know, that 15% risk out there. But, I mean, currently on the radar, though, we are pretty clear as of now. But to the southwest, south of Terre Haute, we do have a warning out here. So a little bit of convection on southeastern Indiana too. A little bit of storm activity to the north. So right now you're good. You'll probably be good for a little bit. Yeah, it does look like things are starting to pop off here in the plains. I think North Dakota is probably going to get the most of this activity, which models do suggest we do get quite a bit of activity here. Like early morning here. You see that? So that'll continue in past midnight. But yeah, it looks like a lot of the heaviest stuff's going to be happening between now and between now and about midnight or so. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm going to his HS. I'm going to be a government meteorologist after college. I just wanted to have another set of eyes. Gotcha. Well, I wish you the best, man. Could do anything you put your mind to. Always know that. We discussed it before in other chats. Oh, have we? See, I have terrible memory. I do. I tend to forget things quite often. Ooh, Montana, we still got that 70-mile-an-hour wind gust warning here. So that one's about east of Jordan here. This is mostly rural, but we have Brockway and Circle. Brockway and Circle included in that warning there, so bit of a heads up there for ya. Yeah, the threat up here in the northeast should be over relatively soon, probably within the next couple of hours, because you can kind of see here where this kind of line of storms exists. This is rolling southeastward, so this is going to be heading away from the coastal areas here pretty soon. So the threat shouldn't last too long. I mean, we only have 3 more hours out here in the warning, or the watch area, sorry. Yeah, Sydney, I hope they're not either. I hope they're not either. If you have any questions, y'all, please, like I said, please let me know. We're here for you. Let's see here. All right, hopping over to the tropics real quick. So we still do have this area here. We 10-10 chance for development. So we do have a disturbance here just east of the Lesser Antilles. This has an overall 10% chance of development. It's going to be running into a little bit of wind shear, as well as a little bit of moisture problems too. So not expecting much out of that one here. Also the EPAC here too. We do have a 20-20 chance, but tropics are pretty quiet right now. But remember, we're not even in the main latter portion of the season yet. So let's see here. Enlightened says you, Max, and Riley are the only go-to for accurate weather information. You guys are truly life-saving angels in my book. Thank you for your dedication and caring heart. Well, thank you, Enlightened. That was very sweet of you. And you're very welcome, you guys. We're here for you. Brandy says, hello, Andrew. What's up, my friend? Been having wildfires here, it seems, more than normal this time of the year. Our humidity increases because of monsoons. Should be helpful. So wildfire. Yeah, wildfires really thrive in low humidity, high wind environments. You live in Terre Haute, should I be worried about tornadoes with the storm? So the main storm is south of Terre Haute, as you can see. We do have a threat for tornadoes, but it's very low. Just a little 2% chance out here, but nah, there's no main danger for you right now. I mean, yeah, be weather aware, but like I mentioned, the threat of you getting a tornado is very low. Let's see here. I love the storm chasers. They're the guardian angels. When my ex went through Greenfield, Iowa tornado. That's crazy. It's crazy. Ooh, we got a few more storm, or that looked like more than one polygon. Never mind. Got a new warning up here in eastern Connecticut. This is up here for, let's see, 60-mile-an-hour winds and penny-size hail. Yeah, hail threat seems to be pretty low on these guys. Oh yeah, this one out here by infield is canceled. So that's just a replacement warning here. All right, see you later, Double Rose. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Ooh, wait a minute. When did they put a tornado watch here? Am I blind? I obviously didn't see that. The SPC, they put out a tornado watch here. So here's the probabilities here. Probability of 2 or more tornadoes, moderate, 40%. Probability of 1 or more strong, EF2 to EF5, 20%. Probability of 10 or more severe wind events, 50%. Probability of 1 or more events being 65 knots, 75 miles an hour greater, low 20%. Sheesh. 60% for 10 or more hail events. Probability of 1 or more hailstones 2 inches in diameter, greater, 60%. So that's pretty high odds. I mean, dude, look at this. This one's already at 2 inches and observed, too. This is out here in mostly rural areas, it looks like. Up by Anderson Bridge State Wildlife Management Area. Wherever that's at. Got another one north of that. This is up here in South Dakota. This one is out here for, seems, Cedar Butte and Corn Creek. 60-mile-an-hour winds and $50 hail. Yeah, these guys out here, these isolated cells, are going to be really a bit of a concern for hail, mostly. But, you know, like I mentioned, they did up the tornado props. We're now at 5% risk out here. So, you know, that's increased quite a bit. What's up, Colton? Saying, hey, Andrew, keep up the amazing work, dude. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's see here. 43 minutes here. So we have a warning up here in eastern Connecticut once again for Mansfield, Andover, Columbia. Let's see here. Lebanon, Centerbury, Norwich, and Colchester, I think it is. Yeah, this is for 60-mile-an-hour winds and penny-size hail. Here, let's bring y'all back to models real quickly. So, like I mentioned, you know, the threat up here in the north is going to be fairly, I should say the plains, northern plains here, central northern plains, seems to be very discreet. So, you know, the odds, there's really not a whole lot of scattered storms going on here. I mean, it's very isolated from what it seems. So, probability of you getting a storm out here in these states is pretty low, but anyways. Thank you, K-Jack. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you, Sydney. Colton says Prairie Creek, Indiana might have rotation. Let me check. Is that on this one warning here? Oh, yeah, I can kind of see that. Yeah, we might. They do have a tour possible on it, though. They do. That does exist. So we'll see if they put a warning on that or not. As of now, they don't. There's another earthquake that hit the one in Alaska. Here. Yeah, there's no tsunami warnings or anything like that as of now. See 6.1 on the Richter scale. Depth of 34 miles. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty deep there. 34 miles. Let's see, that was at 6:27. Ooh, there's no tsunami warnings or anything like that, but I don't know if they're going to issue any from it. It takes them a little time probably to issue those warnings and stuff too. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, there has been a lot of earthquakes and a flooding. It's been all kinds of crazy stuff going on. I don't think the world likes us very much. The world's not very happy. Just doing a quick little check on my area real quickly. Didn't see much going on. A couple little storms out here. Ooh, we got a warning up by Cincinnati. Tornado possible tag. 60-mile-an-hour winds and penny hail. For Harrison. I'm Rick Harrison, and this is my pawn shop. Anyways, Harrison, North College Hill, Dry Ridge, and Cleves? I don't know. Maybe. I think that's how you say it. Let's see. I'll see if to adjust it to a low rating. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens with it. We'll update it here and there and see if they change up anything. Yeah, as of now, it doesn't look like we have any warnings or anything. But yeah, we'll keep updating it here and there. We'll see. See what happens. Alrighty, Colton. Jeez. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and disable these all these heat watches and stuff. Heat advisories. Get rid of those. Yeah, but yeah, just make sure you guys are taking breaks and stuff if you're working outside. And once again, heat exhaustion, heat stroke's a big problem. That's turning into a little bit of a bow out here by Mansfield. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts on that one. Let's pull up our velocity. Why is it scanning so high up? This is 4,000 or 5,000 feet, and we're not that far from radar. Let's try this one here. I mean, maybe I'm just losing my mind and thinking that that's really high for how the distance is. Yeah, 60-mile-an-hour winds there in Penny Hail. Yeah, it doesn't look like they put out any. So yeah, this was the one on the 16th, as you can see. Dang, dude, that is really close to the previous one. I mean, look, that's... Yeah, that's like within like what, 30 miles of each other? Oh, wait a minute. I have a little thingy here. Dude, that was a guess, but look at that. That's that's like right on 30 miles basically. Sheesh. Yeah, Alaska and the West Coast really has a lot of earthquakes because everything's moving westward or drifting west. That's why the East Coast doesn't really have a whole lot of earthquakes because we're kind of dragging behind, and there's a lot of folding going on in the West. So Earth is not very happy on the West Coast. All right, y'all. I'm probably going to take a little bit of a break here for a moment. We've been live a little, almost an hour and a half or so. So I'm going to take a minute to take a break real quickly, grab a snack or something real quick, too. So, with that being said, we'll be back in like 5-10 minutes or so. Alrighty. So we'll be back before 6:50. Y'all hang tight. Don't go nowhere. Grab some popcorn. Grab something. We'll be back here. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and deactivate the camera. I'm going to make sure you guys know that I am gone by doing something very special. You ready for this? Boom. Wait a minute. It's a little too big. Here we go. You know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to add a little timer here so you guys can see. Let me read it for a while. Hold on 1 second. We do that. Do that. Alrighty. Yeah, we'll be back in 10 minutes, y'all. So hang tight. Wait a minute. That's it starting in. We're not starting in any. Hold on. Okay. There we go. All right, y'all. We shall be back here in a little bit. See y'all here in a moment. Alright, y'all, I'm back early. Welcome, welcome. Let's go and get my camera back on. Bro, I just come in with shades on, man. Dude, these glasses are broken now, sadly. I lost one of my thingies. Anyways, we're going to be rocking the lopsided glasses here. Dude, it looks so stupid with these. Hold on. Wait. Okay, that somewhat works. We're starting a new glasses fund if you guys want to. Anyways, y'all, do I still get automatic alerts from the old overlay? So that was a subscription. Okay, I'm not wearing these. That was a subscription I was using. I'm not using that no more. I'm going to end up making my own, by coding it. Anyways, we got a lot of storm activity popping off here. Got quite a few severe thunderstorm warnings now for east central Illinois popping off here currently. This is mostly for 60. Yeah, these are all for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts here. And hail. So these guys out here by like Woodbury, Martinsville, Illinois, Prairie Creek, Indiana. These are for 0.75 inch hail. And the one out here by Effingham we have for Shumway, Altamont. This is for quarter hail. Use Cursor AI to help code. Does Cursor AI help? I've never even heard of that. That I have not. I'll have to look into it. Alright, so up here in western North Dakota, this is quite a storm. 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This is out here by Belfield, South Hart, and Dickinson. Also out here by Gladstone area here for, once again, 2-inch hail in diameter and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Be sure you are watching that one closely. Hopping back over here to the northeast, once again, this threat is almost done. Like I mentioned before, we do have the main line of storms here. You can kind of see this is going to be rolling off here pretty soon. Probably within the next couple of hours here. But we do have a severe warning out here by, eastern Connecticut for Mansfield, Andover, Hebron, Norwich, out here by Lebanon, Taftville, Griswold, I think it is. I think that's how you pronounce it. And Franklin, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. We also do got a special marine warning off of Portsmouth here, just off of New Hampshire's coast. New Hampshire has a really small coast, don't they? That's got to be like what? Probably, I don't know, 10, 15 miles or so? If that. Yeah, New Hampshire has a pretty darn small coastal area. Popping back to the plains, we got a lot of isolated cells here. We got a new one popping off out by Rosebud area here. Oh yeah, that's a new one. So we'll keep an eye out there for that. That'll probably eventually go severe. I mean, you know what? It does seem like more cells are firing off, as comparing to like what the HRRR had to say, which is quite interesting. But, the threat still remains to be fairly discreet here. Got a few more up in north-central South Dakota. Southwestern North Dakota, we got Belfield, South Hart, and Dickinson. 2-inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. So that's what's popping right now. All right, y'all. So we're going to take a moment to hop to the models here. So I really want to show you guys. We're going to take a minute to hop to the tropics, and it's a little off. Just a little bit off topic, but once again, we are tracking a system here. This is a disturbance out in the... Oh, what the heck? This is a disturbance out in the eastern Atlantic here. You can see this is all just east of the Lesser Antilles. The storm's going to be working its way westward. Don't expect much out of it, like I mentioned before, because we're going to be running into a bit of shear. You can see this kind of jet here that goes over the eastern Caribbean. This is really going to kind of limit the storm from really doing anything, so that'll be good. So I'm not really expecting a whole lot out of that. We have a little bit of moisture associated with the system, but it will kind of encounter maybe a little bit more dry air, especially Euro. Euro is really suggesting, a bit of dry air infiltration with that storm system here. So not really expecting too much, but just figured I'd mention that because I know a lot of you guys have been kind of curious on what's going on in the tropical weatherland and stuff like that. But in reality, there's really not a whole lot going on here as of now. But we'll make sure to keep you guys updated with everything. As we do get some more information and stuff. So, anyways, let's see. We're gonna try to pull up some cameras here. Hold on. Maybe. Hold on. Here we go. I don't know if these are going to be really good cameras or really bad cameras. I'm going to do something real quickly. So y'all bear with me for a second. Let's see. Here we go. Perfect. Oh, it's a little too big. There we go. So we'll just throw this. I don't know. Where y'all think it should go? Top right? Something like that. Yeah, it's good enough. Good enough for me. Alright, let's try to pull up some cameras here, though. Camera. So we do have that storm out here up by Norwich area. Here we go, Norwich. So here's a camera. That one looks kind of broken. Oh, wow. Look at that, dude. These are still cameras. Boo. Boo. Still cameras. They suck. No, but we got a shelf cloud on there, though. Look at that. Here, I'll move it to the bigger camera here. Or the bigger view. Yeah, look at that, though. Quite a shelf. Got a nice shelfie going on there. Yeah, we're gonna have to find somewhere else with cameras. Maybe let's try hopping to Massachusetts, maybe. Let's see here. Here we go. Yeah, some of these states are kind of a hit or miss with the cameras, Ooh, it looks like we have a hit with Massachusetts, though. Here, let's hop on back over here for a minute. Got quite a handful of cameras. Oh, this image is temporarily unavailable. Nice, thank you. I appreciate that. Back to the same darn camera I selected. There we go. Hey, you know what? We got some. We got some, man. I tell you, it works. Now, there's got to be better cams out here. Hold on. Ooh, dude, this is not the 1950s. Why are we in black and white? That's so outdated. No, oh my gosh, that stupid camera. Let's go down here, maybe. Oh, lovely. What is this? Why are we painting pixels? Okay, that camera sucks. Pick the same thing again. Oh my gosh! The darn... Y'all, we are having a tough time out here, man. Alright, we'll keep it there for now. That's good enough. Good enough. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. We just got a tornado warning for Cincinnati. Alright, everybody. If you know anybody out by Cincinnati, including Delhi, Blue Junior, Burlington, Florence, Taylor Mill, and Union. Let me, I'm going to go ahead and tweet this real quickly. I need to get this word out here, man. But yeah, make sure you guys are inside of your shelters here. Hold on. Here we go. All right, I had to tweet it real quickly because I want to get as many people alerted. But yeah, this includes northern Kentucky too, out by Florence, Burlington, Hebron, Union, Independence, Villa Hills, Francisville. 28 minutes left on this one here. We also have a little bit of southwestern Ohio included here, including Miamitown. Let's see here, Elizabethtown, Addiston. So heads up there for you guys. We have 28 minutes left on this one. Also got a lot of flooding going on in eastern Kentucky here. Look at all these. We have a lot of flash flood warnings going on here. You guys, be careful. All right, still got 2-inch hail on the western side of North Dakota here. This is out by Dickinson area. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts there as well. Once again, we do have a tornado watch now in effect for 5 hours for north-central Nebraska and south-central South Dakota. Got a couple severe storms going on here right now. We got one for 60-mile-an-hour winds and 1.25-inch hail up here in south-central South Dakota, just west of White River. It appears to be mostly rural areas here. Let's see here. But this does include Cedar Butte and Corn Creek. We have another warning up for north-central Nebraska. Also appears to be mostly rural areas here, which includes Marriott Reservoir, Anderson Bridge State Wildfire Management Area here. This one's for also 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts out there. So, once again, the main threat today for the plains is going to be hail, indeed, as we do have ourselves, like I said, that level 2 risk out here, but we do have that hatch risk out there for hail, potential of significant hail. Once again, adding the possibility for hail 2 inches in diameter and greater. Once again, they did include the 5% risk area here. Twilight says tornado warning here. Where's the storm? I'm in Cincinnati. No storm outside currently. So yeah, we just talked about it here. We have a tornado warning out here, which here's Cincinnati. You can see this includes Delhi, Cheviot area, including Blue Jay, Cleves, Hooven, Elizabethtown. And for the extreme northern side of Kentucky, this includes Florence, Edgewood, Villa Hills, Burlington, Hebron, Francisville. It's a radar indicated threat as of now, meaning that the radar has picked up rotation within the storm here. Looking over at the radar, it looks like we do have a little bit of rotation out here by Elizabethtown and North Bend, Ohio. So that's where that's at right now. That's kind of where that area is. So this is tracking towards the North Bend area, towards Addison, Francisville, Kentucky, Taylorsville. It's actually heading towards Cincinnati Airport, it looks like. The Northern Kentucky Airport here. So if you guys could please send this stream to people you know out here. I mean, if you guys could help distribute that, that'll be greatly appreciated. That way we can help keep them weather aware and safe of what's going on here. Because not everybody knows what's happening right now, and if you guys can help spread that, that would be greatly appreciated. And it could be life-saving. So, as of now, I don't see any debris detections on radar. So, as of now, we have no confirmation of a tornado. However, we need to treat every tornado warning as if it is confirmed. You should never treat a tornado warning you know, for what, if it's confirmed or not. You know, you shouldn't brush it off if it's not confirmed. You know, you need to treat every tornado warning equally as if it is confirmed always. So yeah, rotations out here by Elizabethtown, Ohio. Tracking over the border now, it looks like into Kentucky, out by Francisville. Taylorsport, Hebron, let's see here, Bulletsville. So all those areas need to be in their safe spots here. Once again, it's tracking towards Florence, Edgewood, Villa Hills. Yep, no problem, Jill. I got you guys. Also have the potential for 60-mile-an-hour winds, too. We can't forget we're also in a severe thunderstorm warning, too. We're not just in a tornado warning out here. We're also in a severe thunderstorm warning here. So we'll keep a close eye on that. We have a lot of storms popping off here now. Up here, we have a new warning up here north of Boston, Massachusetts here for Peabody area, out by Georgetown, Boxford, Andover, Lawrence. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. Yeah, that rotation's out there by Lost Bridge Airport right now. Up here in extreme southwestern Ohio. Ooh, that rotation looks like it just got stronger. Yikes, look at that. So this is out, the rotation's out by Finney now. This is currently, as we're talking, going into Kentucky. Heading directly for the Cincinnati airport here. I'll need to tweet this again. Hold on one second, you guys. Hold on one second, you guys. I'm sorry. I just need to warn everybody out here on Twitter, too. Okay. All right. I don't see any debris, but once again, yeah, like I said, once again, though, you need to treat every tornado warning equally. Warning till 1930. Let's see, a bit east, northeast of the storm. Which direction is it going? So the storm is going southeast here. Currently moving southeast at 25 miles per hour. So it's not a super, super fast mover, but it is moving. Once again, this is tracking towards the airport. Might just dodge. Yeah, it kind of looks like it's moving a little bit more south now. Hopefully it'll dodge the airport. This is coming up out here by Bulletsville. And out there by Idlewild, Francisville. You guys need to be in your shelter immediately. Burlington, Hebron, Commissary Corner, Oakbrook, Limaberg, Hopeful Heights, Florence, Sugarlit. Let's see here. Union, Huey's Corner. Please be careful. Yeah, this is now in Kentucky, it looks like. That rotation. Making sure there's no other tornado warnings going on. It appears that this is the only one we got going on right now. Once again, everybody, if you know anybody out there by Bulletsville, Hebron, Burlington, Idlewild, Francisville area here in northern Kentucky, please let them know. Ooh, yeah. Still got some rotation going on there. That new frame here. 1008. Yep. No, still no debris signature, which is good. Definitely rotation going on, though. And it does appear to be quite strong. $58 to $20. 22. Remember, this is also 4,000 feet up aloft, though. What's up, Raven? Once again, y'all, if you know anybody out here, please let them know. Okay, we have 17 more minutes left on this warning, y'all. Y'all, once this warning heads off, I'm probably gonna, or once this warning goes, I'm gonna probably head off here. See here. So we got 2-inch hail up on that northern Nebraska storm here. South Central South Dakota. So got that one warning here for 2 more minutes. About to expire. Twilight, please be careful, my friend. That rotation out there right now is by Francisville, Bulletsville, Idlewild area. I do not see any debris on radar as of right now. But like I mentioned, you know, we got to treat every warning equally. What's up, Ethan? Welcome, man. Like I said, we're watching some rotation. If you guys are just tuning in here, we do have a tornado warning for the Cincinnati, Ohio area here. This is, you know, right here for the northern side of Kentucky. Out here by the northern side, or the southern side of Cincinnati, including the Cincinnati/Northern Kentucky International Airport. You guys are now in the warning here. Rotation here is over by Francisville, Bulletsville, and Idlewild area, which is tracking to the southeast at about 25 miles per hour. Once again, we're going to expire. This is going to expire here in about, what did it say, 15 minutes? Yeah, 15 minutes ago. I hate it whenever these threats are like all over the place. Like we have one in the Northeast, we have one in the Midwest, and then we have one up in the Plains. It's like, bruh. Ooh, Boston, Massachusetts now has a warning for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny hail. Heads up to my Boston folks out there. Go indoors, stay away from windows. We do have the TCVG radar out here by Independence, Kentucky. Got a long-range reflective. Dang, dude. That airport does have some long range. Surprising. That's got like WSR 88D range. Sheesh. Could there be a derecho tonight across Kentucky, West Virginia? I doubt it. Yeah, models here. Let me show you real quickly. They kind of hop back to HRRR here. Kind of just show a bunch of scattered storms kind of rolling through. I wouldn't call it a derecho. Not even really an MCS either, you know. So no derecho Doritos. No Doritos anytime soon for you guys. We do got a lot of flooding though going on in eastern Kentucky. You know, you guys do have that threat out there. All right, rotation. Yep, it's out there by. We'll also get the Cincinnati airport area here. It's getting a little weird on the radar. Let me try the KBLX radar here. Does that help at all? Well, can still kind of see a little something going on up there. Could there be significant severe weather late week across northeast Ohio region? I doubt it. I mean, right now SPC does not have anything indicating that. But yeah, I really wouldn't think so. Yeah. We'll just take it day by day. Tomorrow does seem a little bit more calm. They did have a slight risk up for Montana though. In day 3 we have a slight risk up in not Montana, Minnesota. So we'll be sure to do some updates tomorrow. All right, we got 11 minutes on this tornado warning, y'alls. Hopefully this rotation will start to fade out soon. It definitely looks a bit weaker, hopefully. I mean, you can see there for a moment we definitely had some pretty tight rotation going on here. It does look like that velocity moved back towards the airport a little bit. You know, but you also got to remember this is also like, what, 4,000 feet up, so... I can confirm Cincinnati weather. Severe storms are south of me and across the river channel. Might help, Andrew. That's my local station weather. Gotcha. Glad to see you're okay. Yeah, this is now for Kentucky, for the northern side of Kentucky, out by Florence, Edgewood, Villa Hills area, Burlington, Union, Hebron, Francisville, Taylor Mill. That's where the tornado warning is now. Got 9 more minutes left here, and we don't got too much longer. So, oh, look at that! They added a watch for South Indiana, a severe thunderstorm watch here. Also for a little bit of southeastern Illinois. Expires in 6 hours. Probabilities here. Let's see. Yeah, greatest concerns wind here. Probability of 10 or more severe wind events, 50%. So it's a 50-50 shot of 10 or more. Hopefully this will be expiring soon. Not really seeing any tight rotation, but this is the area we need to be in our safe spots once again. You know, if you're in the area here, Burlington, Florence, Kentucky, Edgewood, Villa Hills, Francisville, Union, Independence, Taylor Mill, y'all be in your shelters. This thing is dropping a decent amount of rain, too. Radar estimating about an inch or so out of the last hour. Maybe a couple inches. Yeah, remember, you guys out here are in a pretty big flooding threat here. Hopping back over here to the overall flooding risk here. Once again, we have a lot of central Illinois in the big threat here. That moderate risk out there for flooding, which is a pretty big deal. There's a pretty big flooding threat here. So that's up by the Springfield area. So if you know anybody out there, especially if you're in a flood-prone area out there, please watch it closely. Okay. Just make sure that you're watching it. Yeah, tomorrow that kind of continues too. Into the southeast here as well. This actually includes me. Day 2, day 3, I actually added me in the marginal tomorrow. So a new tornado warning? We now have a new tornado warning. Great. This is in Illinois, south of Springfield. Got some rotation out there by Farmersville. Got 1 hour. Holy cow. Let's see here. Radar indicated threat. Yeah, once this one expires, like I said, we're gonna roll off here in about 6 minutes or so. So, because we've been live a little over 2 hours now. Plus, I got some other stuff I wanna get done here soon. So. Y'all be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Be greatly appreciated. Yeah, it does look like we might have a little bit of rotation over the airport right now for the Northern Kentucky International out by Cincinnati. CVG, Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky International Airport. Looks like we still got a little bit of something trying to happen here. Also, once again, we do have warning, severe thunderstorm warning here too for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts too in Penny Hail. Just a bit of a heads up there. All right, this is about to expire in a few minutes. All right, everybody. Well, I'm probably going to roll off here now for now. We'll see you guys here tomorrow. We're going to do some more updates and stuff like that for y'all tomorrow. So we'll make sure to keep y'all in the loop of everything. Once again, I appreciate y'all for joining. If you haven't already, consider leaving a like, hitting that subscribe button. Be greatly appreciated. And all right, everybody. Well, you all take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll catch you all here in the next one. Stream's gonna roll off here in about a minute, so go ahead and say goodbye to your friends and family, anybody you're hanging out with in the chat. Thank y'all for joining. Thanks, Court. Appreciate it. But all right, everybody. Y'all take care. Have a wonderful rest of your night, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out, my friends. Catch y'all later on.